Hello everybody, this is your future captain speaking once again, and welcome back to another week of podcasting. So last weekend I was unable to upload a podcast, unfortunately, so this week I will be doing a double upload of podcasts where I will just kind of go into detail about things that have been happening and as well as a surprise. So I hope everything's been going good for all of you. It's just been kind of crazy, like an up and down roller coaster on my end, but everything is going good. But it's been really nice lately because the weather has kind of turned around in the state of Utah, which kind of, I guess it marks the end of winter for us. But if you haven't been following the news lately, I just actually read this morning that we surpassed the record by a lot, and that is like exuberantly amazing because we need the water. Like, Utah is in a bad drought, at least was in a bad drought, but hopefully this water will help us to return back to how we used to be. Maybe we might even sprout into a rainforest. I don't know, but I kind of think I've always known Utah as the cold desert that it is, but I almost think it would be really cool to experience tropical Utah. I don't know, it's just kind of like a fantasy that seems cool, but I don't know, I guess we'll see. So today was pretty cool because happy Freedom Flyday, by the way. I try to send out something saying happy Freedom Flyday, but sometimes I just get so caught up in other work and other things that it just kind of goes over the head and I forget about it. But today I was actually able to go to one of our first softball games of the season, and honestly, here at Southern Utah, it was so much fun. It was freezing cold. But I must say that I enjoyed it, and I definitely do miss playing baseball, honestly. I did play baseball at one point, but I mean, going to that game just really made me miss playing, I guess. But I have been to a couple of Salt Lake Bees games, and those were so much fun. But just kind of being able to find these things down here that bring back so many good memories and so many moments from the past, and I think it's so amazing to just kind of, I don't know, kind of reminisce those moments and be kind of stuck in the past a little bit. But and I've kind of learned something that college has taught me is that every moment's here to kind of teach you something new, but every moment and everything you try to, fully encompass, it can help you remember some of the best moments of your life. And I honestly, I kind of forgot about baseball, brushed it under the rug, but for some reason it just kind of came back and clicked a little bit, and kind of here we are. But yeah, so our team did not win. They do have another game playing off today as well, but we did not win the first game, but that is okay. It was still so much fun to just go and sit and watch and see the diamond again. But so another thing I just kind of wanted to address was a question that I was asked previously, and that question is, what can I do to kind of feel peace in college? And that's kind of that's a question that I've been reflecting on a lot lately too, because a lot of people just think of college as this super fun kind of rambunctious time in your life when you can kind of do whatever you want. You can I'm not like the typical, I guess, college lifestyle because of my degree choice, but a lot of people just think, yeah, it's such a young, wild, and free time of your life. However, I have come to the conclusion that that is far from the truth. In fact, I think college is one of the more stressful times in my life because I'm figuring out so much. I have the stress of good grades. I have the stress of, getting more scholarships. I have keeping scholarships and everything, which isn't hard to do, but then I have flying on the side. Then I have running a blog. I have, it really just adds up. And for me personally, college hasn't been the most peaceful experience ever. It's kind of been an upheaval sometimes, and there is that struggle to find peace. There is that struggle to find motivation because honestly, there's so many days that I just don't want to do anything. I don't want to, necessarily get out of bed and do schoolwork. I just want to scroll through YouTube and watch as many videos as I can in one sitting. But honestly, I think looking at the bigger picture is something that can help a lot of college students because we tend to kind of lose focus on the big picture. What do I want in the end? How do I want to be? Who do I want to be 5 years from now? 10 years, 20, 30, 40, 50, 80 years from now? What do I want to do? Where do I see myself? But I just think looking at the big picture through the telescope instead of a pair of teeny tiny binoculars that won't do anything to where you only see what's happening today, that will help kind of open up a bigger perspective. So then the mind will think, yeah, I really do want this. This is what I really want to focus on. This is who I want to be. And I think another solution to this issue can be just finding a medium. Find a resource that will help when times get tough. It is okay to go and seek help for it, but by all means go and take a nature walk, because honestly, taking long walks, an hour, 2-hour walks at a time, or even just 30 minutes will help immensely. For me personally, last semester, the beginning was a little bit strange, just kind of getting adjusted to living by myself, living in an environment that I never really have lived in, and just getting down the schedule and flying and homework, and it was kind of a mess, but honestly, it wasn't too bad like what some people say. But it's just being able to get outside and get away, get the mind off of the stress, because it really is tough trying to find a focal point if the mind is only focused on one thing. So by taking a nature walk, it's just kind of relaxing and relieving, because I love nature walks. I'll even take a walk up to, I don't know, I went over to the baseball field today. And there and back, that was about 1.5 miles of a walk. So that was pretty nice. And then I walked around the student center. I walked around campus. I walked back to my dorm. And then it's really just about also integrating physical activity as much as you possibly can, because that really does help separate work and, I don't know, kind of like fun. But what else can you do to find peace in college? And I'm a gardener. I love gardening. I love plants. I love house plants. And it's really fun to see plants grow up. So I always have to have some sort of plant present, or else I just fall into kind of like this state of I don't want to do anything because I don't know. My plants just give me motivation every day. And so I just recently went out and bought more plants, and I keep them on my desk in my dorm so I can see them every day and wake up and go to sleep, and then they're always there. But finding some sort of a hobby that's simple will just kind of get your mind off of it. And maybe it's creating a Zen garden. That would be pretty cool, honestly. I've always wanted one of those, but just haven't gotten around to it. Another thing I could probably suggest is reaching out to your resources. You know, like there's resources that your college has. There's people you can talk to. There's just talk to a friend. Call somebody on the phone. You know, technology is here to help us, and it's so nice. And one more thing that I can suggest is, honestly, go to school events. I don't go to a lot of them just because of my comfort zone. I have a weird one, but I love to go to the sports games. Softball is by far my favorite, but I also like basketball. The basketball games are probably my second favorite. And then the football games, I've watched a couple of those, and those were pretty interesting. I'm not too into football yet, but just getting out there and going to the games and having fun, finding a new interest, reminiscing old times, old memories. Go to a sports game and just sit there and stare off into space. And honestly, because even if you're so bored, that's fine. Because being bored creates creativity. And that's what we all want. We want to get back into motivation, get back into the spirit of the game, of college. And honestly, college is by far a sports game. You're in a game. You're playing a game. You're doing work. You're getting up. You're practicing. You take the test. You play the game. And it just repeats as a vicious cycle. And you have to fight for things and stand up for yourself. And be motivated. Be determined. Because if you're not motivated, there's no success. And I've been thinking about publishing a blog post about success, because in my personal opinion, in what I've experienced, there's no definition of success, because everybody is different and everybody's worlds are different. One person might want one thing, the other person is going to want another thing. And in all reality, where do you stand? Because success is not about where you are in the end. Success is about knowledge, what you've learned and accrued during that journey that you've gone through. And because I don't think, I used to tell myself, you're never going to be happy. You're never going to be happy until you get in that left seat with 4 stripes on your shoulders and wrists, and you're flying a Boeing 777, or you're flying an Airbus A330, or you're flying the queen of the skies. You're never going to be happy until you're there. And I used to think that all the time. Like, life is going to be so miserable until I get there. But now that I look back, I think of all of these moments of learning, positivity, negativity, and I see so much growth. And I go, you know what? I am happy where I'm at because of everything that's happened. I am happy. I can be happy because life is never about the destination. Life is just about the journey, And it's taken me years to figure that out, because it's interesting when different perspectives kind of collide. But there's been several experiences that have helped prove to me that it's the journey what matters the most. But I just kind of wanted to share that with you, and please put a comment in the comment section below if you would like a blog post about success, because it's been something weighing on my mind lately, because I do use my end goal as a motivator. Captain, Boeing 777, Captain, Airbus A330, type rated for both, 4 stripes on the shoulders and wrists, and working for Delta. I do use that end goal every single day to keep me motivated. But I don't solely rely on it for happiness. I try to find happiness in every moment, which is really hard. And honestly, I have struggled so much to get to that point of realization. But every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. Thank you to Newton's third law. But I just kind of think of it as there's going to be moments that bring us all down, that drag us to the bottom, and we don't think that we're going to succeed. We don't think that we're going to make it. But in the end, we're going to make it. We're going to make something work. We're going to get somewhere with this. Whether it's part A, part B, plan C, we never know. But life is about the journey, never just the destination. So another question that I would get asked is, why are you so happy? I remember I've gotten this asked a lot, especially here at flight school. Why are you so happy? Indeed, I'm not always happy. In fact, it's really like a 50-50. I guess 55 and then, 45. But I'm not always happy, and that's not always the case. But something to realize is I like to reflect back on every single thing I've been through within the past, we'll put 6 months. Everything I've been through within the past 6 months. At the moment, it was horrible, and I wasn't happy. But everything that's happened has gotten me here to where I am today. Because without those moments, I would not be here right now, almost a private pilot. And I've had to fight for it, and I still do. But my dreams are coming true, and I'm happy. I'm so proud of everything I've done, because I never believed I would ever solo an aircraft. But yeah, here I am with 10 hours of solo time in my logbook. I never thought I would even be able to step foot and operate an aircraft. I never even thought I'd be able to obtain all of these sequences and memorize all these checklists and ground knowledge, acronyms. The list is never ending. I never thought I would truly ever be where I am today. But I didn't believe it. I didn't believe I could, but I gave myself a shot and I did it. And I'm doing it. And the thought of being almost a private pilot is why I get up every single day because I see that dream, that end goal coming true and coming closer every single day. And I'm not just going to give that up, because giving that up would be so wrong and so gross. But I truly feel as if I'm not always happy, but the truth is the fact that I'm doing this, I'm making my dream come true. I'm here. It's so rewarding to be able to see who I was a year ago. And here I am flying planes, doing what I've always wanted to do, doing what my dreams have always been, and I'm succeeding. I'm being successful. Not every day is perfect. Not every flight is perfect, and that's completely normal. And in fact, if every flight went perfect, that's kind of weird, because nothing is perfect. But I'm succeeding, and the fact that I'm doing all of this, succeeding, and just being here, being alive, that's why I'm so happy. That's what makes me happy. And going along with that, why did you start a blog? I always have loved writing English, learning languages, Spanish. I love Spanish. So being able to share my journey, because not a lot of people know about aviation, not a lot of people know about the community or just what aviation is in general. So I really wanted to get that word out about, hey, you can be a pilot too. You can do it too. It doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, what you're doing, what you're capable of. Anybody can fly, honestly. And I just want to kind of prove to so many amazing people that dreams really do come true. And the only ingredients to the soup is really faith, determination, and effort. Because if you don't have those three things, then you can't make the soup or the end goal. And I wanted to really encourage people who maybe thought that they couldn't do something, that they can do something. Because I was in the mindset of, I don't think I can do it. But obviously I'm doing it and it's awesome. But I just want to teach people that you really are capable of doing anything you want. You are capable of flying an aircraft. You're capable of, anything you can probably imagine. If you want to be an astronaut, go ahead and work for it. But it is totally possible. Maybe even you want to be the president of the United States, go for it. Try. Give it a shot, because you never know. And honestly, one moment can change a life for good. And that is probably one of the best things that I've learned in college, is one moment, one action can change a life forever. So if I just want to share my journey with everybody, because I might help someone. But anyways, so that was just kind of my question and answer for the podcast. Hopefully a little bit more motivating than my last couple. I do love to answer these questions that you guys put out for me, because it's really amazing to just see what's going on in my life, and your life. And I thank you guys for all of the comments, support, and questions. I will continue to answer questions on a weekly basis on these podcasts. So, with that being said, this week has just been quite exciting because I got to fly yesterday and it was so much fun. We had a break in the weather, thank goodness. But I also wanted to mention the start of baseball season. I'm super excited. I've never I don't know, this is just kind of something new, but I'm actually really excited for baseball season this year. So happy to the start of that. And also, there is going to be a few updates for my blog. I am working on updating my website again a little bit better. I wanted to kind of make it a little bit different of a layout. So we'll see how that goes within the coming weeks. And if you haven't been keeping track of Instagram and Facebook, you have noticed that I haven't been asking about requests for podcasts. And that's just because I've been super, super busy. And I'm also taking into consideration second place winners and third place winners on my past polls. So that's why you haven't really been able to see much of those. I've just been really busy. But I have a few interesting ones coming up. And if anybody wants to suggest anything, just please put in a comment in the comment section of this video today, and I will take that into consideration. I just have a whole bunch lined up, and I only do one of these per week. This week is just a little exception, just because I didn't post last week, but that is what I kind of have in store. So I will be posting another one of these on Sundays, the typical Streamliner Sundays, and it's going to be pretty interesting, so keep an eye out for that. It will hopefully be up in the morning. So, anyways, happy Flyday, everybody. I hope everybody's lives are going good, everybody's healthy, everybody's happy. But just remember, if there is one thing that you can take from this podcast today, it is that you can do anything as long as you put your mind to it and have faith, determination, and effort. If you're ever feeling burned out, go for a walk, take a break, chill, rest, and relax, because really, you definitely do deserve a break. And it's so not healthy to get burned out and to just keep pushing through, because we all know we can't do that. I can't do that, at least. So, happy start of April as well. It's nearly almost April. It is tomorrow, actually, which means Easter is coming up, and I have a pretty big Easter celebration here on Jet Aviator. I have some ideas, so be looking out for that. I'm super excited, and I just want to wish you all a happy, healthy, and amazing week, and yeah, just enjoy. I will see you on the next podcast.